Good morning. Since I am a working mom and a carnivore, I just wanted to talk about the benefits of being carnivore and how my day looks like. So I wake up at 4:40, which is very early actually, but the earlier I wake up, the more time I have to do the stuff that I want to do. So at 4:40, I go make my coffee. I drink coffee. Sometimes I stop drinking coffee, but I love my coffee right now. This is just how it is. And until it's just, you know, cooling down, I do 10 minutes Joe Dispenza's meditation. So Dr. Joe Dispenza's meditation is kind of, if you hear it for the first time, it sounds a little bit with all his space and stuff. But even my mom, who doesn't understand English, so you have to listen to his original voice, even she, if she doesn't understand what he's saying, she feels something changing inside her. So yeah, something about the Joe Dispenza's meditation is good. It is. So I'm doing that for 10 minutes. And if I'm lucky and it's bright outside, for example, at the weekends, I like to just look at the horizon and don't close my eyes, because that helps with, if you have issues with your eyes, you often, or every 20 minutes when you're working in IT, or, I work in IT, so I watch the screen all the time. Every 20 minutes, you should just look in the far, because your eyes will get worse if you don't do that. So I can tell you the benefits of that are big, and it's very important to do so. So when I'm doing the meditation and I'm done, I just drink my coffee and do my stretching. Without I wouldn't do the stretching if it's not really necessary for my life, to be honest, because before, it's now almost 2 years maybe, that every morning I do a little workout, which is maybe 15 minutes. And I hated it. Believe me, I hate doing sport in the morning and stuff like that. But since 2 years, this is a must for me, and I don't even think about it. It's just like breathing. Because when I don't do that, stretching, and it's some yoga Pilates things as well, but it's very important because it's from my physiotherapists, a lot of them. They showed me a lot of things that I can do, and I implemented it in the morning. And if I do so, I have less back pain. And I think I don't know any 30-year-old that doesn't have troubles with back pain and older. So I'm 36 now. On the 3rd February, I have birthday, by the way. So this is a must have. It's 10-15 minutes. I think it's very necessary. So when I'm done with that, I wake up my son. He's thankfully easily to wake up and very fast prepared. He's now almost 12. And then I drive him to school. And I go to the gym. I signed up for the gym. So I'm not a gym person. I'm not a gym rat. But what I see and saw is you got more anxieties and stress if you're not putting yourself into environments where people are. The more you're at home, the more you will get and have anxieties. This is why so many people now these days have anxieties. It's just insane, yeah? Or panic attacks and these kind of things, because we are isolating ourselves. We are just at home, we just Netflix and YouTube and stuff like that, and we can't stand people. I think I don't know any person that likes people these days. So the more you get yourself at home, that's what I realized when I couldn't just go out because I was that sick. The more stressed I got, the more anxieties I've got. And I mean, like, really, I couldn't breathe. Every time I just went to shopping, I was just feeling like somebody's just pressuring me, or squeezing my heart. That's how it feels. So if you have anxieties, you really, really should not stay at home. Honestly, you should put yourself out there in small doses, just to be around people. And get exposed to that. It's exposure therapy. That's something also which you do in psychology, especially for people who have anger issues, I would say. They will have this exposure therapy where they will put in the situation to see how they react and get them through that, let's say, like easy, in easy words. So exposure is very important, and this is why I'm going to the gym, because I have the exposure with people around me, and I can still have my noise canceling headphones. I don't have to be surrounded by noise, but I still can just be by myself, because in training nobody's really talking to you, so it's not these kind of situations, and you still can just watch people. You still have these things if you just don't have these close-up situations. Just look at the people a little bit, what they're doing, or just in afar, just to have these, okay, I'm in a room, I'm not alone. I don't have to feel alone. It doesn't have to be the gym. It can be a coffee shop, a big one, a small one, somewhere where there are no people, maybe one sitting. It's there is no right or wrong, but for example, also for people who go for a walk, they like to go in the woods and be alone. That's also nice. But if you have anxieties and everything, expose yourself to a little bit more people. So go where maybe some people are. So that's for me very important. And then I have a workout maybe for an hour and a half, and I have that 3 times a week. So something that I realize is very effective is I have a work day. It's Monday to Friday. We come home, we are tired anyway. So we're gonna watch TV or do something. I can't even think about homework for my son or something. This is why he's at school doing all the homework stuff. Because when we are at home, we're just tired. We want to spend some time together. We want to talk a little bit, but we also just want to watch some stupid trash TV or whatever, some YouTube. So it's fine, because life is sometimes stressful and we can't choose, because we have to work. It is what it is. If I can choose, I probably would just do some funny, cool projects, have kids at home, and be a stay-home mom and just do stuff for my family. But I cannot choose that. So it's important to talk about these things, in the end, because especially also with 2 working parents most of the time, or just 2 working people, it's hard to afford all the things right now. It is what it is. So we have to navigate through that. And most people, what I realize, feel bad because they feel exhausted during the week. They can't really focus on the kids and so on. And then the weekend, they're just done with everything. So what I realized is when we put all the work in the week, like Monday to Friday, when it comes to the mornings, and we put in a little bit of our workouts and stuff like that, even with the kids, more fun with the kids, by the way, if you just can motivate them or just implement them in your workouts, then this is something you can do together, everything, but or by yourself, and you have your peace and quietful time. But you meditated, maybe you just calmed your nerve down for the day, you did the workout, so you're knowing you're doing something for your body, and everything in the morning you're doing is a plus. So coming to the work day, at around 10 I got hungry, so I eat some sardines. Sardines have like a very high nutritional value, especially with the vitamin D, especially when it's cold outside and you don't have the vitamin D exposure. This is very good, and I can see the big difference, honestly. So the vitamin D from the sardines are helping a lot. So this is why carnivores do often the sardines challenges, fasting they call it, or egg yolks, because egg yolks and sardines have a very, very high nutritional value. And with sardines, most people don't really enjoy them. Some people hate them, some like them, but you will never overeat on sardines. That's like impossible. You will never have that much calories or fat or protein or whatever on sardines. I don't know whoever would would get to that point. And this is why people, especially who want to lose weight, use sardines, because the sardines challenge implements you can eat as much as you want. You can eat as often as you want, but you're just allowed to eat the sardines. But don't do it longer than 3 days. I've done it. It's, for me, it's nothing. It's triggering my bad eating habits, because then I will eat everything. But for a day, or just to reset, if you've done something bad, it's good to reset. And the sardines also help with the energy level through the day for me. So that's what I realized. That is nice. I'm right now dehydrating ground beef, and I will make some beef jerky, ground beef. That's the easiest way to do it. But something went wrong yesterday, so it didn't dehydrate it. So I will see if this works now for the next 8 hours. It's just putting the ground beef in a dehydrator, and that's it. And it's doing the work for you. And then you will have something you can take with you, because I hate cold meat, but when it's dry like that and you can put some salt on it, it's eatable, I will say. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's eatable, depending. So I will switch a little bit between sardines and maybe that. I will see how it goes, because when I'm training, I need so much more food. My body is just really hungry. I need a lot of protein, because high protein helps when you have to go to the gym and stuff like that. That's something, you will see the difference. And high fat will help you when you have a very complex job, sitting there, have to think a lot, have a test or whatever. So go high fat if you have just to sit down and use your brain. Go high protein if you have to move your body and take a long walk or whatever. This is something that you will see the big difference. So the sardines at around 10 and 3 most of the time. Sometimes, like today, I was so hungry when I woke up. I was starving. So at 6, I had then some liver with some butter, because I was craving it. So my body's needing something out of the liver, because that also have all the things that we need, especially when it comes to iron. I think it's also crucial for me. When my iron is dropping, then maybe my body is looking for liver, and I hate liver. So usually I hate it, but right now I do enjoy it. So my body is telling me what I need, and I'm trying to vary it. What I did is, the last couple of days, I did a mistake. I did a big mistake, because I thought, okay, next to my meat, I just want to have something sweet, you know, and enjoy the protein bars, which are very low in carbs, like under 10 grams, like 5 to 6 grams. And that was bad, because that's the problem that most carnivores have. It's the moderation. We can't moderate. Most of us can't. And if we just lick something that is too tasty or something, we just go, yeah, it's going just bad. So I can't eat 1, I ate then 3. And at some point I just felt sick. Oh dear Lord, how sick I felt. Especially the stomach with the bloatings, the fartings. Bad. So the stevia things, the protein bar, the keto bar, especially the keto bar, which are like, you know, it's so bad. It's just bad. So everything that is highly processed, and you need sometimes to make this experience, because we try to forget how it feels like to eat something bad. And for me, every vegetable that I'm eating is causing the same thing. Every fruit, basically, that I'm eating, which is not like a little bit, is causing that. Every stevia, highly processed protein bar thing is causing that. So it's just bad. But sometimes we just want to have fun, and we want to have something, and it doesn't matter if we then just can't, you know, we have to isolate ourselves because we shouldn't be around people when we have bloatings and stuff like that. But it's a learning curve. It's always a learning curve. So I realized I gained 4 kg. 4. And when I started carnivore, I was at 67 kg, something like that. I dropped to 62. And now in about 2 days, not even 3 days, I think it was, starting to training extremely, but also having these things. The last 2 days, like not in moderation, my weight jumped 4 kg, which it doesn't. The fluctuation that we usually have in weight comes from the carbs part. I did not have that once on carnivore. I was always stable with my weight, or I'm losing weight, but I never gained weight. Never. Not even a little bit when I'm strict carnivore, not too much cheese and stuff like that, but strict more meat and maybe egg yolks. But you know, these kind of things are crucial. So I end my work at around 4 or 5, depending on how much I have to do, and then I have to go home, and then my son will be here at the same time, and we will make some dinner, which is the benefit of carnivore. I just saw a video from my past, like from usually YouTubers that I used to watch, and she was like, yeah, I'm taking my Sunday to meal prep. That's what I was doing. I was using my Sunday, my day off, the family day, you know, to meal prep for hours and hours for the whole week. And in the end, you know, some food even got bad, and because I couldn't prep it well how they are showing it, so I have to watch all these videos how to do that. So I spent basically my whole weekends just buying a lot of things, preparing a lot of things when I was vegan, vegetarian, and also when I did a normal diet. And it's just insane. And now I'm just popping out of the freezer. By the way, Michaela Peterson recommended it, so I tried it, and it is a game changer. It is a game changer. You just pop out steak out of the freezer and put it in the air fryer. The problem is the minutes, they didn't work for me like on the internet, so I have to do it by feeling most of the time. But it is a big difference. And if you put a little bit of tallow on it as well, it will be so crunchy, and then you will have the sauce as well. So you will have enough fat and enough protein from that. And it's so easy, it's not a mess, because the air fryer will just contain it. You can also put it outside if you have a balcony or something, so you don't even have the smell in the home. And it doesn't cost you anything to prepare that. So that's just a big game changer. Also, if you don't have an air fryer or want to try something else, I do have the Dummies grill, which is, you know, there is a little steak and you just can click the steak and you will see when it's medium or rare. It works perfectly. Really, both of ways are just perfect. I know that a lot of people have the issue with the Teflon part, especially with the air fryers. I do get that. But I think from the air fryer perspective and the meats, a lot of different things will kill us. I don't think that this will be the biggest, thing. But if you're like me and you really have to do things quickly, and especially frozen meat will cause you less histamine issues. If you immediately freeze it, it will cause you less histamine issues, which can be major. So if you have issues on carnivore, freeze the steaks and the liver. So for me, it's also the liver part. I do not have that frozen, but maybe somebody of you has a nice liver suggestion. I'm just putting it out until it defreezes. And then I make it just in tallow, very slowly cooked until it's a little bit pink inside. I love that. And then some salt and some butter. This is how I love my liver. This is basically it. So I will try to put in everything in the work day. I go to sleep I got tired 8, 9 depending. Sometimes I stick to my memes and binge watching things, so that's not good. But every time I go into bed, I don't take my phone into the bedroom. That's something else I told my boyfriend. I'm sorry, that's not gonna happen, because at some point this bedroom, just this particular bedroom, putting my bed on the floor, like really on the floor, you don't have this, it's not really comfortable for the back and these stuff, yes, but it just, the on the floor thing is doing something with my brain. It's just putting me into the position where I say, oh my God, I'm so happy to be on the floor. I don't want to have anything like a phone near me. I do have a Kindle, and I do read, and then I fell asleep, and I sleep like a baby, honestly. And before that, also, if you have something to write down, a little notebook, all these gratitude things, yes, but just put everything out of your brain. This helps to calm you down. Like, really what you're thinking. And sometimes I just think, oh, look at the wall. Oh, it's so bright in here. And I write this down just to write things out of your brain a little bit on paper. It calms down. And what's also very helpful, usually we try to talk about it with the family. We just gonna say 10 amazing things that happened today, and it can be small things like, oh my god, I wake up at time, or somebody said hi to me. And having that with my son and also my boyfriend and sometimes also my mom, this made a big difference, because at number 4 or 5 we tend to forget what happened the whole day. And then suddenly, because 10 is a lot to say things that happen that are not bad in a day, we really have to focus on the good parts in the day, and that really helps. And for most people, this gratitude diary and write that all down, it's another to-do list thing they have to do. But just talk to your family, friends, co-workers, make it with them if you have somebody. Talk to God, talk to yourself in a video, but just name 10 things that happen that are good in your day, and that will really make a big difference. Focusing. I also realized, talking to my boyfriend, when he says 10 things that he's doing, I realized some of the things that he's saying, then he was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh my God, and you know what happened then? And you're starting like a different conversation about the day, and you're not focusing just on the bad part that happened in your day. So that is a really cool way to go. And then we try to use the weekends really for family. Friday, we agreed, Friday is the day where we just are all done. You just have to recover from the week. It's horrible. So Friday is we are not doing anything day. We don't have responsibilities. We can do whatever we want to do. If we want to sleep all day and watch all day, binge watch movies, then we're going to do that. And Saturday is the day where we just, the stores are open, so we can do groceries and stuff like that. But rather than that, we don't have any responsibilities. On Sunday in the morning, we go to church. And for us, it's also cool. Every Sunday we go to a different church until we find the church where all of us feel most comfortable. Because we have some churches, like my boyfriend likes the big ones. I don't like them. My son doesn't like, some certain things. I don't like some certain things, or how they talk and what they're talking about. So, or the people around us. So we're trying to find our perfect space, and we have so many churches. So it's fun to every Sunday have a little bit of these, oh, let's go to this one and this one and this one, and let's try them out. So this is also something that we try to make a little bit more fun. And the last Sunday, it was so funny. There were so many babies in the church, and the babies were so hilarious. You shouldn't laugh in church, but I just couldn't handle it. It was too funny. The baby, he was talking about something and used some words that even I didn't know. And then the baby was like, huh? All the time. It was so hilarious. And then one baby started having the hiccups, and it was so cute. I just couldn't. It was just, and in the end, all the babies at the same time. It was about 4 or 5 babies. I didn't have that in church, like that many babies. They all started at the same time to really be annoyed by the time, and then they all started like crying, and yeah, but it was so funny. And then a woman just got into this microphone, and it was like a little bit of a comedy show. It was fun. So we had also a little bit to laugh something and to talk about. And also I love to talk about these things, because even if you're not religious or something, it's fun to talk about sometimes about beliefs and religion and stuff like you usually don't talk about. Even superstitious stuff, or conspiracy theories. This is something we just love to do. Is the moon a satellite or not? Are there aliens or not? Just having a little bit of a funny exchange, which doesn't always contain like, oh my god, the world is so bad, politics and the hard stuff, to talk about that, but really to talk about something that is just a little bit more of a let's just be a little bit, yeah. So this is basically our week, and I hope there was something maybe that you can take with you home, and happy to to maybe once also make a video and just share that with you. So I have to work now, and lovely to have you. So have an amazing day and amazing night, whatever is at your place right now, and love to have you guys. Bye.